Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Making the Case. I'm Laverne McGee in for Yodit. We begin tonight with a major development out of Oklahoma. After more than 20 years behind bars and fighting to clear his name, Julius Jones' life has been spared. Just hours before he was scheduled to die, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt called off his execution, granting him clemency without the possibility of parole. The governor's 11th hour decision comes after millions of people from around the world voiced their support for Jones. BNC's Derek Lewis is live in Oklahoma, where he had a chance to talk with some of Jones' many supporters. Good evening, Derek. Tell us what's been happening there.
Good evening, Laverne. It was really emotional. It was an emotional moment when people found out that Julius Jones had been granted clemency. Now, people were hugging each other. They were crying. Some even started singing songs to rejoice. It was a group, I say, of about more than 100 people who gathered just a block from the prison where Julius Jones would have been executed. A sense of victory could be felt throughout the crowd as Jones's supporters had been fighting for this moment. They spent days, even weeks, protesting and calling for Governor Kevin Stitt to grant Jones clemency. A few speakers shared their thoughts shortly after news spread, including J.B. Williams, one of Jones's friends.
I'm happy that I don't have to grieve tonight. I'm happy I don't have to mourn tonight. I'm happy that Mama Jones doesn't have to mourn tonight. That Antoinette Jones doesn't have to mourn tonight. You know, there was a dark cloud. There was a dark cloud for so long. And I really feel like those clouds are starting to part now.
Now, supporters tell me they would have been out here all night, risking getting arrested had Jones been executed today. Laverne?
It's amazing, Derek. So what happens next? We know that supporters are saying that this fight is not over.
Yeah, they've made that very clear that while this is a victory, they still have more work to do. Now, their first goal was to get Julius Jones clemency. That was somewhat accomplished. Supporters say while they are happy Jones did not get executed, they still want him home because they believe that he is an innocent man. Now, their second goal is to support this family the best way they can. I spoke with his mother and sister. They have been very vocal about this execution, and they tell me they have experienced so many emotions. And their last goal is to get rid of executions in this state. Supporters say there are thousands of people just like Jones in prison, falsely accused of a crime. They plan to lobby and advocate for a change. Laverne?
All right, Derek, thank you so much for that report. And now we want to welcome back Julius's lifelong spiritual advisor and close friend, Reverend Keith Jossell. Reverend, first of all, welcome, congratulations. There's no words to express on this huge victory, this miracle, whatever you want to call it, that you have been such a big part of. Literally, you helped save this man's life. What do you have to say? You've been his pastor ever since he was a teenager. You've been with him every step of the way through the process. What do you have to say tonight?
We are elated. Julius is breathing tonight. He's alive. And because he's alive, he gets to continue to lead us in our fight for his liberation and freedom. And he gets to continue to lead us in promoting justice for not just him, but so many others, like Derek said, that are like him, that you don't know their names, but they are just like Julius, factually innocent, but incarcerated in this injustice system in America.
You're just so calm, but we all watched you last night. I had friends calling, weeping, because, preparing for the worst mentally. I don't know how all of you even dealt with that. What does this day mean to you now that you know that Julius's life has been spared? Your emotions must be so overwhelming right now.
When I got off the interview with Yodit last night, I literally screamed and cried. It was a very difficult interview to do. Today was a day of solitary confinement for me, focusing on helping escort Julius to the doorsteps of eternity with dignity and honor. And I'm not going to tell you that that was easy. It was very traumatic for me, um, thinking that that was my assignment for today, to be in the chamber with him. Um, I wanted him to feel that he was loved. I wanted someone to be in the room with him that would demonstrate to him that he is more than a number, that he is a person that is loved and cared for. When we got the news that Julius was not going to be executed today, um, all glory goes to God. All glory goes to God. And so we are grateful. Yes, it is a tiring evening, but you know what? I would much prefer to be exhausted this way than to be grieving tonight that we lost truly a genius to this system of corruption.
Oh, this is heavy, but happy. So where exactly were
Mhm.
you when you heard the news?
So I had intentionally delayed my arrival to the penitentiary. I wanted to get there about 30 minutes before I would go in to meet with Julius, and I wanted to just kind of be in my own meditative space. So I was about 20 minutes when I heard the news that the governor was announcing his decision. And so we went and was with the crowd that was there. And I was so grateful that the Black News Channel was actually on the ground with us to be able to capture this historic moment. I'm looking forward to seeing Julius really soon. He was immediately, I couldn't see him today. I had requested to continue to be able to see him, but they told me that I could not because he was being reclassified. Immediately, he was being reclassified, moving from death row to the general population in a minimum security facility within the prison. Julius has been a level 4 inmate at the prison for the last 20 years. That means he is of little risk to society. He, if he wasn't on death row, he would have been able to have contact with his mother. But yesterday, when his mother and his family came to greet him, they were separated by a wall, still separated by a wall. But I believe on Sunday, when they make their annual Sunday trek to be able to see their son, this time they will be able to hug Julius Jones.
Reverend, so wait a second. So are you telling me that Julius has not been able to speak to you, his mother, or anybody else since this happened?
So we have heard from Julius. He's ecstatic. He's elated, but we haven't been able to see him. And but we are excited about the fact that hopefully I'll be able to see him this weekend. His family will be able to see him on Sunday, but more importantly, we'll be able to see him without a wall separating us, and we'll be able to hug him, and we'll be able to embrace him, and it's going to be a beautiful moment.
I feel like I should say, can I get a witness? I mean, this is
Ah,
amazing. Uh, really amazing.
yes,
But you know, we have to talk about reality because some people are calling the news today bittersweet because, as we
it
mentioned,
is.
he isn't eligible for parole. What do you think about that?
So what I will say to everybody is that this fight is not finished. On Tuesday, when I saw Julius, I reminded him of Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. And so on Tuesday, it looked pretty dark. It looked pretty grim. But I reminded him that faith requires us being able to see like our ancestors, that we have to continue to move on to see what the end is going to be, and that we can't just accept what we see in the moment. And so, yes, the governor did issue today an executive order um, saying that Julius will have life without the possibility of parole. And he went further to say that Julius will never have the opportunity to be able to go before a pardon and parole board for commutation. But the thing that we've been saying, Laverne, throughout this whole time is these two words: but God. But God. Julius was supposed to be executed today, but God. The governor is saying that he will never get an opportunity for commutation, but God. Thank God
Now I
that the
feel like you need to
governor does not
prayer.
have the
Now I
final
think
say.
we need a prayer. I
Hey,
feel like you need to say a
hey, we're
prayer.
not done. We're not done. We're not done. The fight continues. Julius will be free one day. And so we're not concerned about what the governor said. We believe that God spoke today, and we give all the praises to God for the decision that he made today. And we believe that Julius was on God's side, is on God's side. God is on Julius' side, and God will have the final say. And one day, Julius will walk out of that prison a free man.
You really sound like you believe that with your whole heart. You really feel that he will
Absolutely.
walk out of there. But
Julius will walk
why?
out. We're
How?
already starting because you know what? This was an executive order, and executive orders can be rescinded. And there will be governors that will come before. And there's governors that have come before this governor, and there will be governors that come after this governor. We already have candidates in the state of Oklahoma right now who have publicly come out and said that if they were the governor at this time, they would have granted clemency to Julius Darius Jones because of the Republican appointed pardon and parole board that has twice come out already and said that Julius is deserving of life with the possibility of parole. This governor does not have the final say. God has the final say. And we believe that Julius will be able to come out and he is going to be able to make an incredible impact in this world. He's already done that. If you didn't see today, we had thousands and thousands of high school students in the state of Oklahoma that walked out of their schools today in protest because of justice for Julius. We have conservatives, CPAC, the faith and Christian community on the evangelical side that have come out in support for Julius. We have progressives. We have old and young. We have people from Belgium and Ireland. I got messages today from people from Belgium and Ireland and South Africa and London and Asia who were saying that they were praying and standing with us. Today, Laverne, today, the world stopped and they paid attention to what was going on in Oklahoma and they demanded justice for Julius Jones. And we're not done yet. The fight continues. Today we celebrate, but tomorrow the fight continues.
It's so amazing, honestly. And we know that Julius's family has been pleading for years for the governor to
Mhm.
commute his sentence. And actually, earlier this evening, Julius's mother did speak during a celebration vigil. I want everybody to hear a little bit of what she had to say.
Just thank God for each and every one of you all. I really do. And we have much work to do. So rest today, celebrate. Tomorrow, a new day. We begin again.
She's a strong woman, isn't she?
She's one of the strongest women. When no one else was paying attention to this case, she never doubted. She never stopped fighting for her son. She has three wonderful children. Julius is probably the one that's most like her, and she did not quit on him. And Julius is going to be able to hug his mother outside of these prisons facilities because we're not stopping. And we're encouraging all of you out there not to stop with us because the news cycle may change, but our fight for justice for Julius will not change.
Well, you know that we will keep up with you, and everybody here at BNC has been making sure that the word gets out. So, from all of us here, please extend our best wishes and our happiness to Julius and his mother and everybody and you. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for coming on tonight and sharing this moment with us. We appreciate it so much.